Good evening, everyone. So, what if I told each individual one of you that we are all broadcasting a secret story without you even realizing it? It's a story that doesn't require any words, gesture, or posture. It's written in the split-second twitch of an eyebrow, the fleeting furrow of a forehead, and the imperceptible curl of a lip. These are microfacial expressions, tiny involuntary movements that last around 1/25th to 1/5 of a second on your face. And today I want to convince every single one of you that these blink and you'll miss them moments are the purest and most powerful embodiment of what it means to be truly in motion. We live in a world obsessed with grand, visible, big motion. We cheer for athletes running, sprinting across the finish line. We marvel at rockets soaring into the sky. And we scroll through videos upon videos of dancers twisting and turning with breathtaking grace. But that's not what being in motion is all about. It's about the constant, unceasing hum happening beneath the surface. The chemicals firing up in your brains, the emotions surging through your veins, and all the thoughts racing in your minds. These are all part of us and what it means to be truly in motion. And our faces are the perfect window for these invisible motions. Now, let me take you all back to a moment we've probably all experienced before. Now, don't lie to me. Think about the last time you lied to a friend. Maybe it was to tell them that their haircut looked great. The haircut was amazing, when in reality you were thinking that it's a very interesting haircut. In that split second, your eyes perhaps widened just a little bit, and your nose wrinkled ever so slightly. You could not have possibly controlled that or planned it, because microfacial expressions are controlled by the limbic system, the primitive part of your brain where it reacts way before your conscious mind can even catch up. But what's funny is that these kinds of emotions are usually what is the most raw and vulnerable and always authentic. Now, I just want to quickly talk about some boring science facts. Dr. Paul Ekman is the absolute expert in microfacial expression studies. He spent decades upon decades studying faces, hard to believe, across different places, cultures, and worlds. From remote villages of Papua New Guinea to bustling streets of New York. And what he discovered was absolutely revolutionary. There are 7 universal microexpressions linked to 7 core emotions: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, disgust, and contempt. If you cannot learn any of these emotions, they're innate. They are hardwired into each and one of our DNA, and they are always in motion. They are constantly shifting from one to the next. A simple conversation can take you from joy to frustration and to curiosity within minutes. But why on earth do we care about these things we can barely see? Why does it even matter? Because we live in a world where we constantly hide behind all kinds of masks. Social masks, digital masks, professional masks. And these microfacial expressions are the real truth tellers. They are the bridge of what connects us, our inner motion, to our outer selves. And once we learn to read these, we unlock a whole new superpower. The ability to connect with people on a more human and a deeper level. Just imagine this real quick. Imagine a teacher notices the micro expression of confusion flickering on a student's face. Instead of plowing ahead to a different topic or a unit, they stop, they take a pause, they take a quick moment, and they make sure that the student feels heard and understood, and that their concerns are answered. Imagine a doctor or a therapist notices the microfacial expression of fear on a patient's face. Instead of ignoring it or believing them that they're fine. They take a quick moment to investigate from where the fear is coming from. They make sure that the patient feels as comfortable as possible. And imagine if a parent or parents notice the microfacial expression of sadness on their child's face who claim that they had a great day at school. It gives them the opportunity to open a heartfelt conversation and get to know more about their child. That's the practical power of understanding microfacial expression. It gives us the opportunity to become active, empathetic listeners instead of passive observers. We are always in motion. Our thoughts are in motion, our emotions are in motion, and our lives are in motion. And we don't even realize it. We always try our best to keep it to ourselves, especially when it comes to emotions. But microfacial expressions give us the opportunity to be open to one another. And our faces are the perfect canvases where these invisible emotions are painted, micro expression at a time. We are given the opportunity to portray our emotions to other people, so use it. Use it to the best of your abilities. And I just want you guys to know that these tiny, absolutely tiny details that you don't ever realize are not just simple details that you shouldn't care about. That's probably why I'm talking about it. And they are the essence of what makes us human. And they are the ultimate proof that we are never truly still. We are always moving. We are always expressing ourselves in the most weirdest way you could possibly imagine. For example, microfacial expressions. And even when we're trying to hide in a corner, be quiet, stay silent, I keep it to myself, there's always going to be a storm of life within us. And it's written all over our faces. So I'm going to ask you to do me a favor and do yourselves a favor. Instead of talking to someone and then moving on to the next person and then talking to somebody else and then somebody else and then somebody else, I want you to slow down, take a moment, and look closer. Notice all of these small flickers, twitches, furrows on their faces. And once you master the art of reading microfacial expression, you unlock something wonderful. You'll find something you will never believe. You'll find what it truly means to be alive, to be feeling, and to be in motion. Thank you.